what else is there from EA anyway? Like, there is the Battlefield games, there is Mass Effect. There is the teaser, isn't there? Right. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, I've seen this before. Like when it came out, I think, a month ago. I swear that I've seen this before. It's Liara? Yeah, I don't know. It's not Shepard, bro. Don't worry about that. No, they want him dead. Yeah, they are not gonna revive Shepard. That's not gonna happen. You know why Mass Effect 3 ended the way it did? We still don't know what's canon in that game. We still don't know which ending is the real ending. That's how what you write when you are like, we want that character out of the way, and we will just let fans pick which ending they like, and we will not tell them, you know, what's canon, because there's no canon. Well, Shepard outlived the usefulness, right? Problem with this is that Shepard is the poster boy for Mass Effect, and they want to get rid of that. They don't want that. Look at this teaser. Look at that person, the masked person with no face. Why do you think that is? Look at any trailer from 1 to 3 for Mass Effect. Every time there's Shepard, right? Every time there's Shepard. Look at Andromeda. Where's the fucking face? Look at this trailer or teaser, right? No face. They don't want the poster boy anymore. They don't want... It's an alien? I've seen theories floating around that it's some kind of Shepard's clone. Yeah, You know what? I don't think so, but I agree with one thing about this, is that I do think they have to bring Shepard back in some way. I think they will give him a room, at least in this game. In this story, there's gonna be a room for Shepard. We are not gonna play as Shepard, it's not gonna be the main character anymore. He's probably not even gonna be in the game. But I think there is gonna be an angle he will be playing in some capacity. Like I said, it might be the clone theory, it might be anything, right? Basically. But look at Andromeda, they have to bring him back. Yeah, I told you before, Andromeda had bigger issues than characters not being in there anymore, but they want to distance themselves from Shepard now. Andromeda is not a Mass Effect game. Hardcore fans of Mass Effect are not gonna like this, but Andromeda is not a Mass Effect game. It kinda acts like it, right? It's released from the same company, but you know, it's very much seems like it's a game from Mass Effect, but it's not. There's so many different things that are not in line with what Mass Effect was for 3 games in a row. But look at something much more interesting here. Okay, so we have this one, right? We have this person, right? And then look at this one. Look at this. Hear me out, alright? I'm not saying anything. I've said nothing. I've said nothing so far, alright? The one thing I wanted to add is that one is BioWare, the other is DICE, right? Battlefield 5, Mass Effect 5, right? I'm not putting that together. That's a coincidence at best. However, it's both EA, and that's like a very similar clothing. Maybe the problem they have to solve right now is that they didn't think the writing and the story will matter all that much in Andromeda. But the truth is that Mass Effect made a big name for itself, and you know, if you look at Metacritic of Mass Effect 3, it's way above 90, which is insane. That's like a really good number. When you look at Andromeda, it's like fucking 50 or 60 or something like that. And even now, to this day, even if the bugs are fixed and everything, the game's still not in the shape, or it will never be, right? Because of the writing, it will never be in the shape that people who enjoyed Mass Effect 2 or 3 or 1, maybe just 2 or 3, people who enjoyed these games, they are not gonna enjoy this game because it's just not a Mass Effect game. It's a game that borrows the title, sets its characters in the environment of Mass Effect. It has the same art style as Mass Effect, references to things we liked about the other Mass Effect games, but it's not Mass Effect anymore. This game will be set in Andromeda's universe. I mean, Andromeda's universe is Mass Effect universe. I think that that character is going to be not the main character of the game, and we will be creating the main character. It will be a custom character. It won't be probably like. See, the more they distance from any kind of canon, the more they can build up upon it, the more they can sell of it. You want to get rid of characters that are not yours, right? So once EA bought it, or bought BioWare, I guess, um, they needed to start fresh. The same thing is happening with things like Star Wars, right? Shepard would be alive into indoctrination theory. I feel like that theory, like legitimately, was born out of some kind of denial. I've heard so many theories. I don't even know if this theory what I'm thinking of is this one, but there is a theory that Shepard is like, I think, I don't know if in the second game or in the third game or in the both of them, but when Cerberus revives Shepard, the theory is that they, before they let him actually out, before they like wake him up, they put him in this simulated reality. The canon of this theory, I guess, is that because he betrays Cerberus, which is like the paragon thing to do in the game. I'm not even sure if you can not betray them, right? Um, because he does that, they revived him, but they never woke him up, which is like the theory that people came up with, apparently. And in this theory, the neat thing is about it that Shepard is alive. He's just not conscious. He's just not, awake because Cerberus doesn't want him, to be awake and ruin everything. And there's so much of it. That's nothing compared to all the things that people think about right now, uh, with how all of the story is basically fake and uh, you know all these like psychological little details that people think are real now. It's not even that it's not possible. I'm sure it's possible that it's all true, but I do think that ultimately people are making this up to justify why it's okay for Shepard to come back to the story despite the fact he clearly dies. Okay, so the game is supposed to come out in 29? Is that the date? Yeah. We'll see. I think that it will be smart for them to try to bring him back in some form. But the thing is about that is that they can't like make him the main character. We can't play as Shepard anymore. That's just not, it's not doable. It won't make any sense anymore in the games. So if you want to say that we will play as X and Y, we will play as a character, and Shepard may have some impact on the story, or some kind of remnant of Shepard's character will be in the game in some way. I mean, that's not even that hard, that's not even that impossible to say. There's a child that dies at the start of Mass Effect 3, and Shepard witnesses that, right? And he gets nightmares of that child, right? And at the end of Mass Effect 3, uh, he acts as some kind of proxy. So they communicate with Shepard through that child. And you can either say, well, that's kind of lazy writing, or you can say, well, that actually makes all the difference in this story now, because who is to say that the child wasn't there from the start as some kind of mental note or mind games being played on Shepard's mind, right? As bad as you could say Andromeda was, the point of that game was to say we are down for making Mass Effect games, like, as long as people want them. But the one thing we will not do again is Shepard. Every big fan making videos on this, they all say, hey, that in the teaser, that has to be Shepard. And I'm telling you right now, from this position of relatively, objective person, that there is no logical like connection to what you are saying. It's just your wishful thinking. That's not Shepard. It makes no sense. And it would not make sense for them to do that either. Mass Effect fans are on copium. I don't blame them.